Hello, everybody. Jason Sarney here with PhinManiacs.com. We have a victory Sunday evening. The Dolphins just went in to Foxborough, beat the New England Patriots, ended the game on a victory formation. You really can't get anything better on the road at New England. Tua Tagovailoa takes the knee. Guys have a couple of hour flight home down to probably flying into Fort Lauderdale, maybe, They don't play in Miami. They play closer to Fort Lauderdale, but that's neither here nor there. So congratulations, Dolphin fans. I'm going to bring on in Jack Zulo. Jack, congratulations on the W, my friend.
Yeah, man, this was pretty ugly, but I'll take it.
It's a week 1 win on the road. So, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it a million times. What were your initial takes of week 1?
Well, when the Dolphins were scripted, they looked really good. So they looked good opening the game. They looked good opening the second half. I was a little concerned with the offensive line play, obviously. But I thought the running game looked great. I thought the defense stepped up and made plays when they had to. And again, a win is a win in Foxborough. Great way to start the season. And I want to point out that today the Miami Dolphins are in first place in the AFC East.
You know, the funny thing is, I tweeted that earlier today, right around 3:45-ish, and I said to myself, I am so screwed if they don't win this game. And then I had the stupidity to text going into the fourth quarter that last year the Dolphins were 7-0 when leading after the third quarter. So there was a moment where I was really nervous because, they have this thing called, bad takes exposed, and I was kind of shivering in my boots. But they are 1-0 now going into any situation you could think of when you win week 1 on the road. So there was, I would say, a lot of positives. There was negatives, and we'll talk about the negatives. But what are your thoughts of the chess match that was going on with Jacoby Brissett coming on for short yardage?
Sometimes you get too cute. I got to say, man, I believe in Brian Flores. I believe in the coaching staff. I also believe in having the bigger, bulkier Jacoby Brissett slam the ball into the line of scrimmage rather than doing it with Tua. The optics were weird, but, it worked.
It worked. The optics were a little weird. The read in between the lines tells me that how much confidence do they have in the power run game? I don't think much at the moment, but Jimmy Crackhorn, I don't care. You go into a road situation in the NFL and you get a W. Really, I don't care how you do it. I truly don't, but they have to now go back to the drawing board, detox from this, and fix the mistakes going into and look, it's going into week 2. But if you can be 2-0 and put the Bills 0-2, let's talk about the gravity of that potential. Do you see that potential upside down AFC East to start the first 2 weeks of the season?
I'll be honest with you, man. The Bills really are a juggernaut, and I think they got a little blindsided by nice. I think they got a little blindsided by a Ben Roethlisberger who is a year and a half out from Tommy John surgery. And they got a lot of weapons in Pittsburgh, and I think the Bills got a little blindsided. I thought their Bills running game looked good. The passing game looked good. I think they just got caught napping, with all the expectations that are on them. I think they got caught napping in the opener. So I think next week they're going to be coming out hungry.
I don't disagree, and I'm in that mindset. Maybe you think that they kind of look ahead. They got the home opener, an elder Ben Roethlisberger, So I completely understand the mindset, but the fact of the matter is now the Dolphins have to bear down, and they have to now probably – it's early again, but if they can, again, back the Bills up into a corner, it becomes an entirely new season. They get back Will Fuller, so that's huge.
Yeah, that is huge, man. And that opens up first off, what's up with Jalen Waddle? Except for that big drop, he looked like legit. And that was a tough catch. He was laying out on a tough angle. He kind of could have gone at it with a different angle with his hands. But it was a tough catch. It would have been a beautiful catch, but other than that, he looked lights out ridiculous.
Not to sugarcoat anything, he should have had the first one, but you know what? It's not the mistakes that you make; it's what you do after the mistake.
Yeah.
What did he do after the mistake? That was not an easy touchdown.
That was not an easy touchdown. You know, like the way he broke through first contact. I mean, the guy is a small guy,
Right.
you know, but you know what? I think heart and determination make up for size when somebody's that athletic. And what he did, like planting that right foot and getting into the end zone, was impressive.
That was beautifully put. I love the way you stated that. And Waddle was hungry. He wanted that ball. He wanted that touchdown. And you want to hear this, everyone watching? And this was, to me, I love this. Waddle, Chase, Devontae Smith all score touchdowns today.
Yeah.
And have Tua, Burrow, and Herbert all win today. So you have the pride of the class last year in the 3 QBs, the pride of the class really in the wide receivers, and all 3 are making good. Dolphins got 2 of them.
Yeah. That's true.
And I love that. And I also loved the way that Myles Gaskin ran and played out of the backfield for the receiving aspect of his game. Go ahead, Jack.
What do you think of Myles Gaskin in pass protection today?
You know what? That is something, admittedly, I want to kind of circle and go into the tape when I look at them, rewatch the game tonight, and go over all the angles tomorrow and as the week goes on. I can't answer that because I'll be kind of inaccurate in my assumptions, but I need to really look at that in all honesty. What did you think of it?
I'm in the same boat. Like, I missed it. Like, I thought that Tua was running for his life a lot today. But we also had Eichenberg at left tackle, so we were missing Austin Jackson. We don't know. And also, this is actually what I said in my Fin Rant Friday. The Dolphins are based off the Patriots, and the Patriots every year, like, coach people up, like new players and young players up and undrafted free agents up. So by like game 5, people start looking legit. So I'm patient. And again, an ugly win on the road in New England is a statement for game 1, and it is still a win.
That is all that matters ultimately in the NFL these days is the W. And now think about this. This is also just, it's a different year. There's 18 weeks, 17 games. Now the Dolphins are 1-0. They're top of the AFC East. The Bills are 0-1 at home, 0-1 in the AFC. And now the Dolphins have 9 home games left. So I'm just really excited to think about all these funny little intangibles. And as JB0123WXYZ tells us, the Wildcat was back. Do you want to see more of it, Jack?
Dong, dong. Honestly,
cowbell, that's a reference to. I understood that reference.
Yeah, it's if it works, great. Because there's something to say about like old school smash mouth football. I mean, let's face it, they invented the forward pass because people were dying playing football. So to see them go that old school, where you're just going to smash it into the line, direct snap to the up back, if it works, and it did today, and I think with Ahmed and Gaskin, you have 2 running backs who could run it. You don't have a Lynn Bowden Jr. and you don't have a Malcolm Perry who could throw it out of that, which I think limits you. But I think that, hey, if it works and if you get all your big package in there, I like it. I like the Wildcat. It's kind of like, it's almost like an in-your-face when the Dolphins busted out in New England. It's almost like, remember when we beat you? Man, I like the Wildcat if it works.
I love the way that you said that, because it's almost like there's no one connected to that team. I mean, maybe someone in like the media relations department. I don't know. There's no one connected, I feel like, to that 2008 team. But as a franchise, it was like, remember when we just totally hit you in the mouth in 2008 with the wild card? Oh, you have Mac Jones now? Well, we're going to hit you in the mouth a little bit with the wild card, but we're going to beat you. And that's what they did.
Hey, what do you think of Matt Jones?
I was impressed. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it was very, very methodical, very we're not going to put Mac in position to make mistakes, and he bought in to the game plan. I think there was one time where he was 8 of 10 passing, converting third downs or something in that regard. There was, like I said, there was one moment where I was saying he looks good for a rookie, and that's not a comfortable feeling when he's at home down a possession. So, yeah,
I got to tell you, he looked poised in the pocket. He took some shots. He delivered some beautiful balls downfield. I felt like that. I don't know if it was the New England's offensive line or it was the Dolphins' defensive front. I felt like sometimes they were getting penetration, but they weren't. They really weren't getting to him. You know. I lost your volume.
There was a little bit of a lack of a massive get to the quarterback pass rush, other than, Agba, I think, put his hands up on one, got a pressure, got a batted ball down. Van Ginkel was lightning quick and inches from a sack or two, so they're getting off the edge. They're doing what they have to do, but there needs to be that middle push to swallow them up. We're not getting that.
Jason, I got to step away for half a second.
You're good. You're good. You're going to come back. We're going to open up some cards in about 5 minutes when you come back.
All right, cool.
Cool. So looking for the stats here. Bear with me as, Jack takes a minute. We're going to just pull up some stats. And if anybody has any comments, questions, we're going to stay here for another 10 minutes or so. But what I also want to do is I want to send people on over to, the fifth quarter. Guys at the Fish Tank and Travis Wingfield, Seth Levitt, OJ McDuffie, they do a phenomenal job wrapping up the game. Tell you the truth, I'm rushing through this show so I can go listen to them. Frankly, they do an awesome job. So check them out. And really, I'm seeing in the comments, we have Ronnie Brown mentioned. Ronnie Brown should come to some practices and teach Gaskin and Ahmed how to throw from the Wildcat. That's a terrific idea. Now, I remember watching the highlights, or no, forget the highlights, watching the game, the pre-game in 2008. Ronnie Brown was warming up, lefty, and I remember saying to myself, like, it's really weird that they're focusing the camera on him throwing the ball. Like, I guess he's just kind of whatever, having fun. But the camera was literally focusing in on him throwing, and then we saw what he did, and he's done it before. But that's a really terrific idea, JBO. So I think that hopefully, I don't know, if Ronnie's in town or maybe fly him in, that would be a plane ticket, I think, well worth it for the Dolphins. So waiting for the official stats to come out live. But, Tua was impressive. There was a turnover. It was not a terrific play. Wasn't thrilled with it. That's just, in all honesty, you hate to take a sack, but, he just threw that up there, got hit. But I think he'll learn from that. And, again, you got out with the win. So I don't really care about all the problems, so to speak. You go back to the drawing board, you fix it. He was 16 of 27. 202 yards, touchdown, and a pick. Myles Gaskin, in only 9 carries, had 49 yards, which is efficient. He's doing what he needs to do, 5.4 yards per carry. And his value also lies with 5 receptions for 27 yards. So you're really looking at a solid overall running back who's going to give you 80 to maybe even 100 yards from scrimmage a game. So, again, when Jack does come back, we will open up a card pack here that is Score 2021. And as promised, I'm going to be giving away Jalen Waddle cards. We're looking for Waddle. If we don't find a Waddle, I will find Waddles here. That there are Waddles somewhere in this mess of a desk. But we are looking for any Dolphin to give away. You guys and gals know the drill. If you want a card, you let me know. I have cards here that I'm going to be sending out that are already stuffed. I got a nice Trill Williams autograph for my guy Sean Williams, who had foresaw Trill Williams back in the preseason. He was all over Trill. Sean's a Rochester, New York guy, so knows a lot about Syracuse football and really saw Trill coming. So he was a scratch today, didn't play, but that autographed card that I showed on Twitter earlier will go to Sean. So when we open up the card, I hope that Jack will be back momentarily. But pardon the kids in the background. It's dinner time in my home. They allow me to do so much football. I put up with all this stuff. So that's a wash. So Let's go to some more stats here. If we're looking at the receivers, Devontae Parker, 81 yards, led the way in that regard. 4 receptions. Jalen Waddle also had 4 receptions for 61 of that touchdown. Both of those guys comprised a total of 13 targets for Tua. And the only other receivers that actually caught a pass was Myles Gaskin, Salvon Ahmed, and Durham Smythe. So when you really cut this down, and if you're looking for concerns, only 2 wide receivers caught balls for the Miami Dolphins today. So that's something that will obviously be remedied when Will Fuller comes back. And, of course, when Preston Williams is healthy. Now, Albert Wilson targeted twice. Mike Gesicki targeted twice. No catches for either. But these are all things in a road game. You don't really care about that. You just want to get the win. So Jack is hopefully coming back. I think the connection is a little spotty there. So what I'm going to do, since I want to get people back to their Sundays and to watch, obviously, some of the other great shows that are going around Dolphin Nation, Jack, let me know if you are back. So I'm going to open up this pack. I'm going to open up this pack of scorecards. And again, we're giving away Waddles, and we're giving away Miami Dolphins. So here we go. First card, Calais Campbell. We all remember him from a couple years ago as a Cardinal. LaMichael Pirine. Chris Jones. The first couple cards are really, Golden Tate. Devin Singletary. All you fantasy players out there. Terry McLaurin, I think, did some nice things today. I'll have to just double check. Sony Michel. He is no longer a Patriot. Justin Tucker, the second best kicker in the NFL, if everyone catches my drift. Amari Cooper, who went off on Thursday night. We got David Montgomery. Miles Jack. Romeo Okwara. Not a very terrific pack at the moment. Alamighty Zacchaeus. Adam Thielen, who I think had a pair of touchdowns today. We have Joe Sherbert. We got DeAndre Swift, who had a day. Todd Gurley, who's not in the league at the moment, I believe. Sam Eilinger, rookie card. I think this is some sort of special card. It looks like it's numbered. 29 out of 50. Anybody sees that? They tell me that's pretty solid. We'll put that aside. We have fantasy stars with Justin Herbert, Tyler Lockett, and Kyler Murray all on the same card. It's pretty cool. Got a Justin Jefferson celebration card. Got a Rondell Moore card right there. Wow, a lot of stars here. Dak Prescott, Aaron Jones, Josh Allen. So that's actually 3 losses right there. Ooh, tough. 0-3 on the day, those guys. Sean Wade, Shi Smith, Quincy Roche, Javion Hawkins, Kadarius Toney, Rondell Moore, Ramondre Stevenson, J.C. Horn, Justin Fields rookie, not bad there. Phillip Lindsay, Kyler Murray, Donald Driver. I think if you guys hear my son playing some Roadblocks game in the back, my mistake. Leonard Floyd, underwhelming pack it looks like. Drew Lock, Michael Dixon, Jeff Heath, Darren Fells, and my son's favorite player, Brandon. You got a DeAndre Hopkins card, buddy. So my son's favorite player is DeAndre Hopkins, and he went off today. So there's another one of your favorite players' cards for your collection. But anyway, the Dolphins are 1-0. Have a terrific rest of your Sunday, everybody. I will get Jalen Waddle cards out and about on Twitter tonight for anyone that would like Mr. Waddle and some cards to become part of the collection. I have them. I've got plenty. So in honor of his first touchdown and the Dolphins' first win of the season on week 1, there will be a fun giveaway tonight. Unfortunately, no Dolphins in the pack. A couple of fun cards, but I will show a couple of pictures, as I mentioned, tonight. So the Miami Dolphins go home to Miami to open up their home slate week 2 against the Buffalo Bills, who are 0-1. So have a terrific week, everybody. Enjoy the game tonight and go on over and check out the guys at the 5th quarter, the Fish Tank and Drive Times, Travis Wingfield. So have a good night, everybody. Be well. Fins up.